Good afternoon. This feels like it's been a while. Definitely feels like it's been a while. Doing a live. Just gonna hold off for a bit, see who joins. Good afternoon, good afternoon. This should be an interesting live for sure. So you can catch it while it's live, or you might be watching this as a replay. Just gonna wait. Soon to be approaching day 27 on a juice cleanse, but not completely juices, but basically liquids. And then I'll get into exactly what I've been having during the last 27 days. So for those that have joined, yeah, it's been an interesting life. It's been an interesting 27 days so far of a very spontaneous, but I'd say intuitive cleanse that has been very I'd say all of the cleanses that I do, all sorts of fasts that I do are transformative, but this one just feels a little different in a sense to I think the last time I've done pretty much an extended liquid sort of cleanse was probably my juice fast when I did 200 days, but I think I might have done something similar maybe like within the last year or so. But yeah, I'll get into exactly why it's been different, and yeah, like why it's so different to the first time I did a juice fast. So the first time I did a juice fast, just to bring you up to speed and up to the times, but the first juice fast that I did was very spontaneous, very spontaneous, it was more explorative and intriguing for me to test an idea of not eating but just juicing. And this stems back from being exposed to some of the content that John Rose speaks very heavily about. Even to this day, you'll see he's probably posted a video maybe like a few months ago, but his message was so powerful that I just had to try this juice fast. This is coming from someone that has been doing it for years, someone that's been living a raw plant-based lifestyle for years, many years, and looks like he's thriving. So for me, I just thought, let me just test this out, let me just try a juice cleanse just for a few days being 3 days, and then very early on I decided that I was going to do 7 days, and then from the 7 days it was 14 days, and it just kept going and the longer I was going for, the better I was just feeling with inside. And before I even started, I didn't even think there was anything wrong with me, or I didn't feel like I had any issues. I thought life was pretty decent, pretty good, to be honest with you. But very early on I knew that there was something powerful within stripping away from eating for a temporary time, and just to just to consume liquids and allow my body just to enjoy and to really cleanse itself, because I'd never ever in my life before that done any sort of a cleanse or a detox or gone for any period of time without eating food, and food being such a big thing in all societies and in all worlds and all realms. And it's just yeah, food is just something that we do, something we've been programmed to do, to eat 3 meals a day, to have snacks in between, not even learning about the chemistry of food combining and the time food takes to digest. Sorry, I'm approaching like a huge puddle and I don't think my car's gonna make it through, so I'm gonna detour. I think this is exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna detour because I can't get past there. And just as I'm reversing, I can see a huge rat. Sorry guys. I could have done this video pre-recorded, but I don't do that. Everything's just live and everything just comes, and everything's expressed how it's meant to be expressed. But yeah, so where was I? I think I was saying that the message was so powerful that I had to try it. And you know, we've been programmed to believe that we have to eat so many times a day, we have to hit a certain amount of calories, we've got to eat so much protein, carbohydrates and fats, and you know, all this sort of stuff. And for me, I just thought, you know, I'm gonna experiment with this. You know, I'm not someone, oh okay, well that's a lie. At the time I was someone that was, you know, just about the physical appearance and making sure that I looked good, and you know, really was you know, focused in the gym, wanted to get big because this image. But you realize that very, very early on within your cleanse, that gets stripped away, because you're going to be losing waste. You're going to be losing it, and you're going to be lighter. People are going to probably say things, especially if you're on the heavier side. People are going to say, you lost so much weight, is everything okay? Because people associate being slim with an illness, but we don't look at being overweight as an illness. So yeah, we live in a interesting world where we've been programmed to certain things, and you know, the things that, you know, just a common cold or a cough or a headache, these are like the universal signs of your body's fighting off something, and we've been programmed to suppress these things. But anyway, back to it. What I meant to say is, yeah, so for me, I thought I want to experiment with this, and I want to yeah, see what this feeling that I can see from John Rose is like. And I really just wanted to experiment on that. So what I did was I brought a whole load of fruit, a whole load of vegetables, went in kind of blind, juicing a whole load of things. At the time I had a centrifugal juicer. Now I have a masticating juicer, because now I know the importance of a slow pressed juicing, and how you don't want your juices to oxidize, because if you have a faster juicer, they'll oxidize in a very, very short space of time, and you won't have all the minerals available to you and all this sort of stuff. So I got real geeky and really, really interested in all this new information that was coming in, I guess, that was coming into my reality, because a lot of the stuff that I even intuitively felt to do wasn't told by anyone. It was definitely me just being connected to an infinite portal of information that we all have access to, but we've just been programmed in a way to not even acknowledge the fact that, yeah, this ain't it, this is not it. So for me, yeah, I came in touch with all this information and just started applying it. So very early on, it was all about just flooding my body with the juices, taking a whole load of herbs, tinctures from Robert Morse. So I went onto his website, I bought a whole load of stuff. I spent a couple of £1,000s on tinctures alone, and don't even ask me how I managed to accumulate the money to do it. The universe provided, that's all I can say. So yeah, that's that. Hey Gillian, I hope you're well. yeah, day 27 on a spontaneous juice cleanse. I was just been saying how different it is to the very first time that I did it, and just through, well, it's been what, 3 years now since I last done my 200 days. But yeah, just with everything that I've been exposed to, like fermented juices, because I make my own fermented foods. So I sprout the seeds and then I ferment them. So I was been drinking a whole load of pro and prebiotic drinks. I've got like a whole protocol like that I'm experimenting at the moment with, and it's working. It's definitely working. Mucoid plaque, people say that that's like just the psyllium husk and the bentonite clay. I can confirm that it's not just the bentonite and the psyllium husk, because I haven't even been taking it, and I've had some stuff coming out of me that looks exactly like psyllium, the mucoid plaque. And I have also been taking, now as of recently, been doing bentonite and psyllium husk, and I've seen some stuff come out, and I've recorded it, and I've got the footage of it. I document everything. I'm not shy of documenting. If you've seen my earlier posts, you know that I'm not shy about sharing all that's been releasing. So yeah, if anyone wants to see that, I can probably send that to you, or I'll probably just do a post with a disclaimer for anyone that's a bit squeamish about seeing the stuff that is probably most likely 95%, 99% sure that you have, and a lot more of. If you are interested in seeing the stuff that isn't so fresh in your system, then I can happily share, because I'm all about exposing people to real stuff and real information that you're not necessarily gonna find. It's so important to just be exposed to other sources of information that you haven't been programmed to believe. So yeah, as I was saying, I was taking the Robert Morse's herbs, and then I was doing a lot of, was I doing capsules? No, I wasn't really doing capsules then. And I was also doing broths. That was an intuitive thing. I thought, hold on a second, it's still liquid. I've got a real good sieve. I could just boil a whole load of vegetables. So when you fancy having something hot and warm, these are things that you can turn to, you know, just to give you that feel of a nice, it's nice to have warming drinks, especially when it's cold like it is now. You know, just a different flavor. Yeah, it goes a long way. So although it's not going to necessarily detoxify you or that sort of stuff, it's definitely a good addition if you want to make the juice cleanse more palatable to do. And I know how hard it is for anyone that's had the idea of juicing, and you know, they might try and get their mind into gear about juicing, and you know, they're setting themselves up to juice. But honestly, it's so hard to do when your body is flooded with foods full of chemicals and all this sort of stuff. It's hard. It's actually hard. It's actually really, really hard. It's even harder to come off cooked foods. It's so hard. So don't be hard on yourself. If you're fighting some sort of dis-ease, then obviously you're probably going to have to do something more aggressive. So playing around with fasting is probably not the time for you, because you've just got to do what you need to do to get to where you need to get to. But for anyone that's interested, intrigued about trying it, try a day, see how you feel after a day. Maybe try 3 days. Maybe you want to try 1 day on, 1 day off. Just exposing yourself to a period of time without eating is such a massive thing for people to even enter the realm of not eating, especially when you're surrounded by people that are eating every couple of hours, every couple of minutes. Because I was one of them people. I was one of those people. I think it's such a bigger thing to see and to see the lifestyle I'm living if you are someone that has known me for years and years, because then you can see like, hold on a second, you was eating this way, now you're eating that way. There's no restrictions against you. There's nobody telling you you can't eat a particular thing. You're not battling an illness. Why are you doing it? Because it feels so good. Because I feel great. I didn't know that I could feel this good, even though I thought I felt good before. And in comparison to how I felt before and how I feel now, is like a whole completely different person. Like, it can't even be explained. I talk about fasting quite a lot because I'm passionate about it. I don't know how much it can help people. I've seen it help so many people. I've seen it help people, not even just people close to me, but I've seen how it's helped people around the world. And even now, I still get people reaching out and telling me how much it's changed their lives, how much better they're feeling. People that are battling different sorts of diseases, how much of a big difference it's made. This is the most cost-effective, the cheapest thing I believe personally that anyone can do, especially in comparison to if you've got to have some sort of operations or medications to battle to help you fix something. This is what's gonna completely change your life. I'm being mindful about my wording, but trust me, like I said before, I don't need to be on here to share the stuff that I'm doing, to share the stuff that I don't need to share my lifestyle, but it's so powerful, and I feel like I've been exposed to certain things that it would be a what's the word? It wouldn't be serving for the greater good. I can't live my life with this sort of information when I know it can help millions and millions and millions of people around the world. Culturally, I know food is a massive thing, but just remember, it's not even for a forever thing. Going for just a period of time will shift your whole mind, your reality will shift to everything. I was someone that was never even interested about being online. I had a fear of like exposing myself, and this has all come through fasting. This has all come through cleansing my system and removing these blockages and obstructions that you don't even know that you have until you've just switched your whole lifestyle. And yeah, this is coming from someone that used to drink, that used to eat all sorts of foods, that had a stage of is a time in my life where I was just bulking, eating every couple of minutes, eating, had a bit of a belly. I was 5 stone, 3 to 5 stone heavier than I am now, but I wasn't fat though. I wasn't fat. It was a lot of waste that was just blocked up in my system, and just clearing that out. Even to this day, I'm still clearing out, because it takes time. It's not a quick fix. Yes, it is a fast. You'll get results fast. You will get fast results, but what I'm saying is be patient. Don't rush. Don't think that you're gonna feel better tomorrow. Yes, some people probably do feel better in a few days or a couple of days, but this is a lifestyle. It's a journey. So yes, you might do a little bit of a couple of days of a fast, then you might come off and you might go back to the things that you currently enjoy in your life, and things that, all this sort of stuff. But just expose yourself to it. Just test an idea of how this can change your, just be open-minded. That's all I can say, just be open-minded. But yeah, so back to what I was originally saying. So I've been doing a lot of mono fruit juicing this time. I've been taking my own tinctures that I made from last year. I've been making my own capsules that I've only just started taking recently because I've been doing tinctures. I've been using enemas every single day to help the elimination of these toxins, the waste in my system. Opening the channels of elimination is very, very important when you're fasting or on some sort of a cleanse, because if they're not open, you're gonna feel very bad. You're gonna feel very sick. So I've been doing enemas to support. The only thing I haven't really been doing that I would have been doing would be using the sauna, but because I cancelled my gym membership, I'm not doing saunas, so I'll make sure that I do enemas. I haven't been working out. I've just been giving my body like a complete rest. Winter is all about hermit mode, going in. It's what I'm doing, the internal works. We need to get back to the rhythm of the universe, the rhythm of the seasons. I've been doing the broths again, getting some homegrown herbs from the garden, having garlic in there, adding a bit of Himalayan salt. That's been nice. What else have I been doing? I've been doing something that I've been exposed to recently, some magnetic therapy, but I'll let you do your own research on that. I might do a post about it at some point. I've also been doing neti pot. I've got a neti pot at home, just clearing the sinuses. I feel good. In a nutshell, I feel really good, and it's because I'm doing all the right things. I'm supporting the channels of elimination. I'm giving my body what it needs. I'm also incorporating sea moss gel, so I make a whole batch of sea moss gel and I mix it into my juices, so I'm getting my minerals. There's a lot of things that I'm doing this time that I wasn't doing the first time. So yes, I'm using the bentonite and psyllium husk again. But another thing that I've been doing, I've been using lemon juice and bicarbonate soda in the mornings to alkalize the body, to soften and loosen any waste that's in the GI tract, and complementing that with the psyllium husk that binds and attaches itself to all the toxins, and it gives you the fiber in your body to be able to sweep things through. Trust me, it works. It's going well, and I know that everything that I'm doing, just by having an idea or somebody telling me what they're going through, if they're going through anything or if they're not, I truly believe that I've perfected a protocol that most people can do, and they will see results very, very fast. Like I said, I'm an experimenter. I'm not qualified anything. And I know we live in a world where you have to be backed by qualifications and all this sort of stuff. Well, I'm doing what I'm doing and it's working. What I'm doing, I've shared, and other people are telling me that it's working. And I will continue on this. Cycle of learning and experimenting, but also being open, forever being open to information, forever being a student, forever just keeping myself exposed, but still being very observative of everything around me. Life's good, man. I'm telling you, life is good, and I'm not saying that life does not come with challenges. Life comes with challenges, but through those challenges I've been able to put myself in an amazing position, and not only that, but things are just getting better and better and better and better. Yes, alternative things may happen, but on the grand scheme of things, things are just getting better and better. Things look really good. So I've spoken about the tinctures, I've spoken about the mono juicing, I've spoken about fermented juices, I've spoken about bentonite, clay and psyllium husk, I've spoken about lemon and bicarbonate soda, I've spoken about enemas, I haven't spoken about herbs, but that's a no-brainer. That's what I do. That's a no-brainer, that's just a daily thing I do anyway. Herbal enemas, herbal teas, herbal capsules, herbal everything. Foraging herbs, juicing herbs, fermenting herbs. I do everything with herbs. One thing I will say as well, I think I've just been exposed, and when I say I've been exposed, I've just been exposed, not by anyone, not individual people, but I've just been exposed to a pool of information that is just so accessible to us all if we know how to tap into it. And the key to tapping into it, the key that I know to tapping into it, is by fasting. You would change just by fasting. Everything is chemistry. What chemistry are you putting into your physical, biological structure? Do you think that there won't be a chemical reaction that happens? Sometimes I feel like we've been programmed to think that everything's so super complicated, and the more complicated things seem to be, the more we kind of don't want to investigate more. But it couldn't be so far away from the truth. Like, everything is so simple, so basic, so accessible. Everything is just all around you, but you can't see if you've been blinded. You can't see with a mindset that's so closed to a view. You have to expose yourself, you have to open yourself up. This is the time to wake up. I'm passionate about it because there's so many people suffering. There's so many people suffering with mental health. This will help. I'm telling you, this will help. You know, this might not be the time you want to do it, but you might feel the call to do it. You'll never feel, I'll be honest with you, there's never going to be a right time to fast. There's never going to be it might feel better to do it at a particular time because of things are happening at a particular time, but there's never a right time to fast. It's just, you just have to do it. It's never going to feel comfortable doing something that you're not used to, but you have to take that first step. The first step isn't throwing away all your foods, although I wasn't far off doing that the first time I went plant-based. But it's not about that. It's about incorporating more living foods into your system. The shock alone of just juicing straight away would probably not be good for you, is what I'm trying to say. So you want to slowly but surely include these foods that have life in them, that haven't been cooked out, that still have enzymes, that still have oxygen, that still has phytonutrients, you know, has the hormones in. You want life to give you life. You can't get life from death. Yes, you might still be operating, but there's a difference. There's a big difference. And only you will know that difference when you take yourself on that journey. Nobody can do it for you. I'm just being the messenger. I'm just sharing the message. I'm sharing a message from someone that wasn't struggling, that wasn't suffering, that didn't have health problems, that drove them into a place of even wanting to explore this path, this lifestyle. But I can tell you for sure that this is it now. Like, for me, I'm not going back. How can I can't go back to a way of living that wasn't even fueled by life. Trust me, taking the step will probably be one of the best things you do. I ain't selling you anything. I'm gifting to you. I'm gifting to you from a real lived experience of how life can truly be. Even going raw, that was something I was aware of, something that I was not even entertaining the idea of doing, because that wasn't for me. So I thought, but it looks like all that life-giving foods that I've been consuming said otherwise, and now I'm a raw plant-based eater. Yes, in that time of transition there was some cooked food moments, because I'm not perfect, because it's a journey. But just know that when you start putting the right things in your system, everything will change. Everything will change. Everything. And that's not even, I'm not even saying it in the lightest possible way. Everything will change. The people you're around, everything you do, work, your mindset, how you look, how you feel, and so on and so on and so on and so on and so on. And what excites me about this, what excites me about just doing these difficult at the beginning but very easy steps, is that when you do it, you start to realize, you start to go on a path. You acknowledge the road. You acknowledge the road. You acknowledge you're on the right path. You don't necessarily know where you're going, but it feels right. It feels very right. And that's how I feel every day. Every single day. It feels right. It feels like I'm on the right path. And that it just gets confirmed to me. Even if I have a slight doubt, it is always confirmed. This is it. This is the right thing to do. This is the right path. But it all starts with cleaning the vessel. I'm telling you, it starts with cleaning the vessel. There's some other stuff I want to go into, but I'm going to leave that for another video. But I just wanted to touch on day 27 of a juice cleanse. How I feel great. Just sharing the message as I do, sharing the information as I do. Just keep watching, man. Just keep watching. If you're someone that's still not sure, just keep watching. Just keep watching. There's a whole load of information coming. There's a whole load of a lot of things happening that I'll be sharing. So if you're an observer, keep observing. And yeah, I will continue to share. So I hope this has been an informative live. and I hope that there's been some speckles of gems that I've been able to share with you. But yeah, I just know, just if you're watching this now, I just know that whoever watches this video is meant to see this video. They may not see it today, they may not see it tomorrow, they may not see it in a month, they might not see it in a year, they might not see it in however many years this video is. But if you see this video, trust me, fasting is the way. I'm not saying dry fasting. You gotta start somewhere and work your way up. If you're on a standard diet, standard American diet, implement more fruits, implement more vegetables. If you're plant-based and you're trying to transition to raw, you have to clean the vessel, go on a cleanse, go on a juice fast. If you're on a standard American diet and you're wanting to do a cleanse and you want to do a fast, implement more fruit and vegetables for like a couple of weeks, and then wean yourself off the cooked foods, start to reduce them, and then implement more, and then you can start doing the juice cleanse. That's probably the nicest possible way to do it first. I would recommend everybody do enemas. You are missing out. If you don't do enemas, you are missing out. You're missing out on faster cleansing. You're missing out on, you're missing out, man. You're missing out. I don't want to go too deep into anything else, but yeah, I hope it's been informative, and I hope you all have a good rest of the day. I've got with me, just to share what I have in my bag. I currently have my juices. So I've got 1, 2, and 3 pineapple juices. And then I also have, this is like my care package. I have some capsules. So I've got some wormwood, some cat's claw, some aloe vera, some cloves that they're good for parasites. And then I have my bentonite and psyllium husk in here that I will take. Sometimes I take it in the morning, like, well, in the afternoon, or sometimes I take it in the night time, but not too late. So yeah, that's my little bag that I have today with me as I was out and about. But yeah, for those that have joined, thank you for joining. I appreciate that. If you feel like this video will be beneficial to someone that you know, even my content, someone that's suffering, someone that's struggling with weight, someone that's not happy, someone that's going through like mental health, like, you know, mental health issues or physical issues, spiritual issues, like, yeah, send this message, share the video, and I hope you all stay well, and I'll catch you on the next one.